In this video, we're counting down 10 best movies like Squid Game. Let's begin.
Please don't do. Can I stab her anyway?
Number 10, The Condemned. World Wrestling Entertainment superstar Steve Austin stars as Jack Conrad, a death row prisoner in a corrupt Central American prison who is purchased by a wealthy television producer to take part in an illegal reality game show. Brought to a desolate island, Conrad finds himself trapped in a fight to the death against 9 other condemned killers from all corners of the world. The movie that shows you how far an organization in the world of entertainment can go to get their viewerships higher. The Condemned is a 2007 action film written and directed by Scott Weiper. A sequel titled The Condemned 2 was released in 2015. Number 9, The Hunt. It's about a group of people who wake up in the middle of the woods. They don't know where they are. They have gags on their mouth and they're being hunted by an unseen force. The movie has well-filmed action sequences and one of the most likable performances from Betty Gilpin that made this movie really entertaining. I think you can watch this movie as an action comedy and be very entertained by it. It's consistently investing, there's always forward momentum. The movie is rarely slow, it never drags. Something is always happening, you're always invested in the action of the moment. The Hunt is a 2020 American horror thriller film, directed by Craig Zobel.
This time, they picked the wrong woman.
Number 8, The Purge.
Tonight allows people a release. Violence that they keep up inside.
The Purge stars Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey. This movie is about a world in which crime on one night each year is completely legal, including murder. You can do basically anything you want in one night a year. The Purge is a 2013 American dystopian action horror film, written and directed by James DeMonaco. And the film grossed $89 million against a $3 million budget. Overall, a bloody good time worth the watch.
Thing is gonna be okay.
Number 7, As the Gods Will. Is about a bunch of kids in a high school who are suddenly put in a game of death and they don't know why, or how to play it, or how they're gonna get out of it, and who will survive. Acting in this movie is actually pretty good. There are some funny moments, and there is some crazy people in mixed with like good people, and they have to make some pretty harrowing decisions between them in order to survive stuff that they don't want to do, and sort of plays with each other. It's not perfect, but if you like to have some weird fun stuff, As the Gods Will is great choice. As the Gods Will is a 2014 Japanese supernatural horror film, directed by Takashi Miike. It is based on the first arc of the eponymous manga series by Miyuki Kaneshiro. In this movie and the Korean series have a lot of similarities. The red light green light game, the timer, the directing choice of how the blood splatters, the characters' interactions. And did we miss any similarities? Let us know in the comments. Number 6, Nerve.
Life is passing you by. You need to take a few risks every once in a while.
Is a movie about an online game called Nerve in which you can dare people to do something increasingly more dangerous. You can be a watcher, or you can be a player. The dares start out smaller and get increasingly more dangerous as they go along, and when these two characters run into each other in the middle of the city, the watchers of the game want them to team up to play. But things get really messy when the dares start to get close to breaking the law, and that's where the movie gets interesting. Nerve is a 2016 American techno-thriller adventure film, directed by Henry Yost and Ariel Schulman and written by Jessica Scharzer. Based on the 2012 novel of the same name by Gene Ryan, it received positive reviews from critics for its energy and the chemistry of its cast. It's also a very fast-paced movie and it's very tightly edited. Nerve, surprisingly entertaining watchable movie with 2 good leads.
Show us your weapons.
Number 5, Circle.
Hello?
So The Circle is one of those films that takes place in one location, the location being a mysterious alien light talk to a chamber. And in this room 50 people with different personalities and backgrounds suddenly find themselves there. Who put them down wise that made clear, but that's not really important. So every 2 minutes a person is killed and supposedly at random. However, it's soon discovered that it's not random, and they actually have the power to vote for who's going to be killed next. So it becomes a race against time as they decide which one of them will actually survive. Circle is a 2015 American science fiction psychological horror thriller film, written and directed by Aaron Han and Mario Miseon. Throughout the film, all kinds of social and political issues are brought up like age, sexuality, and nationality, and with these issues, the characters start to show their true colors and personal prejudices.
What the hell's going on?
They're killing us.
Number 4, Would You Rather?
You can help him.
Mostly follows the main protagonist Iris, played by Brittany Snow, when Iris accepts an invitation to a dinner party competition where she's told that if she wins, her brother's leukemia treatment and bone marrow transplant will be paid by the Shepherd Lambert. Iris accepts the invitation and arrives at Shepherd Lamrick's mansion later that night, where she meets the other 7 contestants in this weird competition. All 8 of the contestants quickly realized they are playing a very violent and crazy version of the game Would You Rather. And the rest of the movie is spent watching our 8 contestants make these tough choices, to the entertainment of the hosts. Would You Rather is a 2012 psychological horror thriller film that was directed by David Guy Levy.
Please don't do. Can I stab her anywhere?
Number 3, Battle Royale. Everybody loves a good team movie, and the genre has a lot of competition. The premise of Battle Royale is really simple. In a dystopian Japan, a classroom of teenagers is chosen every year and shipped to an island where they have to fight to the death until only one is left standing. You might recognize this premise from the Hunger Games. Unlike the Hunger Games, Battle Royale is remarkably contained. There is no larger world, no political intrigue plotline. The audience is just dumped into this horrific situation with the characters. Battle Royale is a 2000 Japanese action thriller film. The film earned critical acclaim. Number 2, The Belko Experiment.
All employees, lend me your full attention.
Hey, it's Jesus.
Written by James Gunn and directed by Greg McLean, this movie about a giant social experiment where an office building is locked down and a voice over the intercom instructs everybody inside to start killing each other. If they don't meet their quota of kills for the hour, then they're going to kill double that amount. This is a great movie to watch with a group of people, because you're just constantly trying to figure out who's next and who do you think is actually going to win the game. And they do this in such a way that we have so many characters that you're gonna absolutely love. Belko Experiment has a strong story and lot of graphic scenes, and there is no shortage of kills in this movie. The cinematography in this movie was also really well done. Everything looked really clean and crisp, and they even used some great lighting. And the movie have such a huge and strong cast. There are a lot of well-known actors in this film. We've got a great mix of humor and tension. It's just a well-rounded movie. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy this one.
At the end of the day, people are out for themselves.
Before we unveil number 1, here are some honorable mentions.
Number 1, Escape Room. This film follows a group of people who get involved in what they think is an innocent game in which $10,000 is a reward if they can escape this room. This film is one of the most known horror games of death film that shocked the world. It is because the film's genre was unique and can trigger you to watch it. It has great games, which is really hard to solve, and only the smart ones could solve it. The cinematography is very aesthetic that grabs your attention to enjoy watching the film. It's because the cinematography is very unique and kinda perfect because the details. Escape Room is a 2019 American psychological horror film, directed by Adam Robital. The film received mixed reviews from critics, and Escape Room 2, also known as Escape Room Tournament of Champions, was released in July 2021. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up.